Nice to meet you, Ryan. Robbie, I think we spoke once. Well, I know we spoke once before, so good to see you
You
again
are
too.
familiar to me. Yeah, good to see you again.
Yeah, no problem. Ryan, I'm gonna just run through a couple things with Robbie, then I'll switch to you.
Sure.
Robbie, I want to know, you have so much experience voice acting. I want to know what it is about this film that kind of challenged you in a way that was new to you, that you hadn't had to do before. How'd you have to
Sh-
step it up for this
sh-
film?
Sure. I think any creative endeavor, especially acting, you have to try something new every time or you quit. It gets boring. I've played a lot of heroes, I've played a lot of villains, and I love my hero as a show, so I wanted to obviously bring my best, though I try to bring my best every time I can. And for this one, I just wanted to lean into sort of some of the things I haven't gotten to play before. Sort of like the magnanimous leader type who is also has very ill intentions. I leaned into sort of his manipulative behavior while sort of relying on his backstory, and then hopefully giving a little sympathy there near the end. The fun part is a complicated villain, so lots of fun, complicated things to play. So yeah, definitely whenever you're part of a new franchise and you're trying to make your mark for the first time, you're going to try some new things. So hopefully the audience picks up on those.
And like you said, it's very layered, very complicated villain, if you will. What aspects of the character, your character, do you think that audiences will likely respond to most, or that you hope that they respond to most?
Right. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that quirks are an allegory for something. Maybe. I don't know. And if they were, the idea of being a self loathing quirk user is, I think, a very interesting thing. That's something I'm interested in human dynamic in general, is self loathing. I think it's a very strange, and it's something that I don't feel for myself, but I realize is a real thing. So, in playing this character, I wanted to lean into that as deeply as I possibly could, because without giving too many spoilers, that I think that's the genius of his own personal motivations, which then lead into his greater machinations of evil. So that was something that I really glommed onto as a motivating factor. Like obviously, we saying he's complex, but there are things that you can lean into that make the character more understandable for the audience and paint a broader picture that is easier to grab onto in this great big world. Yeah.
Well, thanks a lot, Robbie. Those are great answers. I want to stop. I want to take Ryan out of timeout for a second, ask him a couple questions.
Sure.
So, Ryan, for you, I loved Rody. Like
Oh
you
man, thank you.
probably had to be the soul. I mean, you were the driving arc for this movie. And what was that intimidating for you? Because a lot of this film really rested on the shoulders of your character.
Yeah, very, very intimidating. Especially, like Robbie was saying, being a huge fan of this series for a long time and being a huge fan of everyone's work on this dub for a long time. And understanding that I was going to be spending so much time with Justin in my ears and experiencing all of that, it was a lot to take in and process, and it was a journey that I was emotionally ready for, but at the same time, like I never knew I would get the chance to. So it really has meant so much to me.
So, like you said, that emotionally, you mentioned emotionally. I want to know if there's anything specifically with Rhodey's journey that you are able to, or you were able to kind of relate to based on your own personal experience.
Oh man, it's wild because like there's almost too much of Rhodey in a lot of eerie ways that I've had in my own personal life, which without spoiling anything, there's a lot of similarities that people will see throughout the film that I actually think a lot of people will connect with, because he is so different than what we normally kind of see in the My Hero Academia universe. And I think like I got a sense when I first got cast and I looked into him as much as I could find. There was a sense of familiarity to him, even just in his character design. I was like, I know him. I also tend to dress like a scarecrow, so it's there was something about him that I was like, I feel like I have
That's a
these
swear.
clothes. Oh my god, and yeah, and well, it was funny because like even his shoes like are basically like the shoes that I wear just normally. So there was that, and then emotionally, there were just so many things that yeah, that resonated deeply that I wasn't expecting. So yeah, it was a gift.
Well, it sounds like it'd be super easy for you to cosplay him. You mentioned having Justin in your ear. So the last thing I really want to ask is, what was really the most special to you about the relationship between you and Deku, or your character and Deku? Not just you getting to work with Justin, but as far as the balance between your guys' character arc and the way that it builds throughout the movie. What about that was really special to you?
Well, I love films that have unlikely pairings, and I in life, some of my closest friends are, I mean, my best friends are the ones who are, almost exact opposites of me in every way. And
Odd
I think,
couples.
yeah, that to me, like getting to portray that and getting to experience that, which is something I think we all can relate to, was really special. And definitely an easy shoe to put on, because of that, because we just know that feeling, and getting to actually play in this world that way was so fun. We laughed so much recording this.
Well, Ryan, I know it was my first time chatting with you, so thank you so much for
Oh
taking
my
time to
gosh, a
speak with me.
pleasure,
Oh, it's
truly.
my
Thank
pleasure,
you.
my pleasure. And Robbie, it was great to see you again. I can't
Same,
wait
same.
till we talk again next time.
Heck yeah.
Until then, Spider-Man, I'll catch you guys later.
Later, Joseph.
Be
Peace.
safe, guys.
See you.